Evening, everyone. How are we doing today? See if anybody shows up. It's oh, I'm not gonna see shit. I know it's weird if I don't go live every day. I hate it. I really do. But also, it's weird going live every day and not doing the drink of the day. That would be weird too, I think. All right, who's here? I don't know who's here. It says Adam, Trevor. I don't know if anyone's actually here, but it says people are here. There's Mike. Oh, there's Trevor. Do I know Trevor? Sarah Weeder. Holy shit. Hello, Sarah Weeder. Hello, Diane. Or Deanna, sorry. Lisa. Yo, Gordo, what's up, buddy? Hello, Michael. All right. I don't have any comments. Hold on. Let's try this again. Hello, John Wagner. Damn, I missed a lot of comments. All right, we are... All right, listen. We're halfway through Abstinence April. We'll make it through this. There is a potential for a drink of the day tomorrow night. An actual drink of the day tomorrow night. Because we have a local celebrity stopping by. What's up, Izzy? Hello, Brian. Electrolyte, just hot, boys and girls. And I'm also on 72-hour fast right now. So I haven't eaten since Monday night. I was just going to do 48 hours, and then I got home today. I was like, I'll just go another day. Hello, Tracy. Oh, there's Rebecca Smiley. Hello, Rebecca. How's Selena doing? Selena was our first ever service member of the month. And regardless of what happens, or is that the way to say it? I guess. She will always be the first ever service member of the month. Just like Travis Everett will always be the first ever veteran of the month. Although I don't see him around much anymore. I mean, not that I saw him. He lives in... I'm not sure where he lives, actually. Carolina, maybe? I don't remember where he lives. So tomorrow night, 7 o'clock-ish. I say 7. I tell people 7. If they show up at 7, we're not going to be live at 7. Because it just... I try. I'll have the TV on. I'll have the camera set up. I'll be ready to go. But it still never happens that quick. It just doesn't. Whenever people come over here, we end up... I don't like... It's weird if somebody just walks over like, all right, let's go. So we just kind of... Especially someone that's never been here before. First time ever here, local celebrity. We're going to put him to work. He doesn't know it yet. Maybe he knows it. His wife knows because I told her. But whether she tells him or not, we'll see. But he's awesome. He's actually an awesome guy. Super great personality. Very, very... He's a good dude. So we'll see how it goes. He asked before, and now he asked again, and before he didn't fall through with it. Just too much stuff going on. But we'll see what happens. I don't know what kind of effect we can have on anything, but he'll be here. Hello, Robert. What's up, monster? Yeah, so anyway, currently I'm at 49 hours. 49 hours without calories. I don't have a problem with it at all. I know some people could say they couldn't do it. They say they would die. I have no problems at all. I don't. It doesn't even faze me. I did a week. I did a week 2 Februaries ago or whatever. No, Meemaw's at work. It might be tomorrow, Monster. We're gonna have a celebrity guest here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. So tune in tomorrow. I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a good live. I think it's gonna be more like It's going to be more like an interview, kind of, or like a podcast type thing. We will try to respond to comments, but I don't know how it's going to go. He's never been here before, first time ever. We're gonna stick his ass to work. Yes, Scott. This is probably my, I don't know. This is the 4th or 5th time I did 72 hours. I do 48 hours. I used to do 48 hours once a week. And then something happens and you get out of it for, I'd still do it probably, I don't know. I mean, I probably still do a 48-hour fast at least 15 times. No, more than that. How many weeks? There's 50 weeks in a year. Jesus, what am I thinking? Probably at least 25 times a year I do 48 hours. At least. I got to get back to the once a week, though. I did a 7-day one time, and I didn't have a problem with it except, yeah, me too. That's essentially what I do, Scott. I'm mostly carnivore. I eat cottage cheese. This is my, I don't want to say dessert, but I eat cottage cheese with blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raw honey, cinnamon, and cacao. Which, if you eat pure organic cacao, it is so bitter. It's so bitter. It's ridiculous. Oh, I know, Scott. I know. Listen. Well, actually, I don't mind doing it. I could. Everybody, you talk to people and they're like, "Oh, you're killing yourself." I'm like, "You have no idea." Do 5 minutes of research, and you'll find out that fasting is so much healthier for you than actually eating. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't even fit. Sometimes the second day, I don't have a headache, but I have that. I express it as I have that feeling like you're gonna get a headache, like, oh, I feel this headache coming. But today I didn't. Today I didn't have it at all. And if we weren't having a guest tomorrow night, I'd probably go another day or two. But I think we're gonna try to do a drink of that. I think if nothing else, we got to do a YOLO. We have to do a YOLO. If nothing else, I also should probably find some drinks that don't have offensive names, because I don't know how it's going to go. I smell like stale beer. The refrigerator on the back porch, when we had that, it was god-awful cold this year for quite a while. And a few soda cans and beer cans and stuff in the refrigerator popped. There was a case of bottles on top of the refrigerator. One of them popped and broke. A couple of them, they must have, I don't know, the caps were still on them. I had to twist them off. They weren't real tight, but they were half full of beer only. So I was trying to clean that mess up a little bit. It's finally getting nice enough that you can come home from work and do stuff outside, not be freezing. And then we're having the days a little longer. What's up, Riggs? So yeah, I wasn't going to start selling ducks until 2 more weeks, until May. But I've had so many people messaging me. And I said, listen, if you want to buy ducks, go ahead. Anytime. But then everybody's like, oh, how much are they? So I just, rather than respond to just keep going through, because I don't know how many it was. It was probably 12 or 15 people, which is awesome. It's fantastic. Because last year we had people in August that were like, hey, are you having a duck race? And I'm like, the duck race was 3 months ago, whatever. So yes, we are having a duck race, June 6th. Also Spoonapalooza. Just had another band confirmed, so right now we got 4 bands and 2 solo acts. So, and I don't know, Nick Polito was here last year. He did like 4 songs. He comes in from Western PA. They try to find him a bunch of gigs in the area. So if he gets a gig to do on Saturday, he's still going to be here, but he might only do a couple tunes. He might not. If he wanted to, I was going to let him go for an hour and a half or whatever he wanted to do. So we'll see. He's in Florida right now. I should message him. He's an awesome dude. Really salt of the earth. Just fantastic dude. Great singer. Better guy. if that's even possible. But yeah, he's awesome. So he'll be here. Cameron, it's pretty much everybody that was here last year except for the band from South Carolina. Obviously, they're not coming back. Just because they live in South Carolina, not any other reason. I do have one other person I should reach out to. But anyway, yeah, so the Ducks were not going to go on sale for 2 more weeks. And because everybody asking me, I put the post out there with the Venmo information and all that stuff. 2 people stopped by here and dropped off money, which is cool. And we're up to 98 ducks sold. Now we did have 20 sold before today, I think, something like that. Because I told people, I'm like, listen, somebody sent me money in February for ducks. Okay, I just write it down on the paper. Rory Ford and Josh Krebs both spent $100 on merchandise at one time, so they get a duck. 6th monster, June 6th. We got the Barrows will be here. For anybody that wants to meet the Barrows. So the Barrows are from Maryland. Brady and Swipe were on vacation somewhere. And they ducked Michelle's Jeep. I think it's Michelle's Jeep. Whatever. It's one of their Jeeps. I think it's Michelle's Jeep. So she ducked her Jeep. Had the Team Spoon Man tag on it. She joined the group. They've been active members of the group. Robert was in the military. He was Veteran of the Month. His brother, we sent his brother a package. Michelle's son is active. He was active duty. I think he still is. I'm not sure if he got out or not. But anyway, he was Service Member of the Month. We sent him a package. And I met them. They drove up here. And we were at the Slatington Farmers Market for an event. And they showed up. They literally drove up here, I think, for that. They're crazy. I love them. But they're going to be here. Their camper's going to be at Don Lane Campground. And they're going to be here for the weekend. Or I don't know how long they're going to be here. I have no idea. Kelly and Mike will be here for sure. They'll be parked in a driveway. And I got to talk to Matt about getting his camper up here. The area's a little nicer. I cleaned it up. I don't know how. We'll see how to. Oh, he's still active. Okay. I wasn't sure. I don't know. Oh, you know why? Because there's a woman I met on a job. Shoot, what's her name? Stacy. And her son was active. And he just got out. He did it, whatever. He had a 4 or 5 year enlistment. His enlistment's over. He got out. He was in Alaska. I think that we sent his package to Alaska. I don't know where he was when he got out, but yeah. So there you go. There's a lot. Oh, I just got a message. Shit, I'm not gonna be able to read it. Wait, man, it might be on this phone. Do I have Messenger on here? This is I don't think she'll mind me reading this. Okay. So I'm just going to read this. That's all. There's no... Wait. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. So, Tracy Long sent me this message. So I'm just going to read it. She said, "Hi, my name is Tracy. You guys sent a package to my stepdad a couple years ago, James Goff. He's a Veteran of the Month. I just wanted to let you know he has stage 4 cancer. He is home with hospice. It's a little disconjointed, so I would just like to ask you to pray for him. He was so excited when he got the package. He really liked it, and just wanted to let you guys know how happy he was to have received it." So that's awesome. Oh, there you go. Well, that's going to be a shock right there. From Alaska to Eric. Hello, Josanne. So anyway, James Goff was a Veteran of the Month a couple years ago. I don't remember exactly when. His name, I recognize his name. He has stage 4 cancer, hospice care. So they're just looking for our prayers. So his stepdaughter Tracy messaged me today and told me that message, and I just bring it up because there's a lot of times we don't ever hear from people that receive a package. And I just think it was awesome that at whatever point of his life this was, he's an older gentleman for sure. I think he was a Vietnam vet. She said that, how excited he was to have received the package. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. That's the reaction you hope to get. You, especially like, I don't know how to say this other than to say it, but like the old timers, especially those guys in that era, the Vietnam era, how they got shit on when they came back, it was terrible. So if we can do what we do like this, and that's awesome. I mean, that's really, really cool. And I messaged, we had some correspondence back and forth after that, but I just said, I really appreciate the message. I said there's a lot of days that this is a lot, and I don't regret doing it, but there's a lot of days that I'm like, ugh. And then that happens, and then you're like, all right, this is exactly why we're doing it. This is awesome. I got an invite today from so Tales of Valor last year. We did that wine painting class that Erica did paint and sip deal, and then I don't remember what we raised that day at that event. We raised $400 or $500 or something, whatever. I don't know what I think I sent them $1,200. I think it was $1,200 that we sent them. And I got an invite. They're having an open house at their facility. So they raise service dogs. Hey, I need to ask how we came up. What? How you came up? What does that mean? What did I miss? How you came up just talking about you today? Is that what you mean? I don't fucking know. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Because I think it's awesome. Well, I will tell you this, Mike. Listen, what's up, B-Guy? I will tell you this. We've sent packages to I don't know how many, but we've sent packages to probably 8 to 10 Vietnam vets. Probably in that window, could be more, but they are the most. I mean, I remember getting messages from people saying like, whoever it is, like. Yeah, Michelle, I think I just mentioned that you guys were coming up from down there. First of all, Michelle, the fact that you're coming up is awesome. And the way you got into the group is cool. Because Brittany ducked 500 something Jeeps at this point, and like, there's more than you that joined, but you guys are by far the most active people. And fun. You guys are fun. This is gonna be fun at Spoonapalooza with these two. I wish I could. I don't know. We're gonna figure out how you get you on property next time or closer. Maybe we can have you park over in Carl's parking lot out front. We need you to not have to drive anywhere. Yeah, I know, Brittany. I know how you got in there. I'm just saying. Brittany ducked freaking 500 Jeeps and like, I don't know how many joined. I wonder if we made a poll. How many people joined a group because they got ducked by a Jeep or because they got whatever. You know what I mean? I'm curious. Anyway, I think tomorrow night, the biggest reason why I came live right tonight was because tomorrow night's going to be fun, I think. So, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night at 7 o'clock-ish, I say 7. Listen, if they show up at 7, we're not going to be live at 7 because they've never been here. And there's always discussion when every time somebody comes here, we're bullshitting, exchanging cordials. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But we may actually do the drink of the day tomorrow. I'm not positive. I think we probably almost have to. Okay, well that I can't help you with, Robert. Not Not in Carl's parking lot, anyway. I think Mike hooks up to the garage sometimes. Sometimes they run a generator, but no, we're not having a drink. Not tonight. Tomorrow we might have a drink. Tomorrow we'll have a YOLO. If nothing else, we'll have a YOLO. I mean, if he wants to. He did tell, when he was, the first time he talked about coming out here, which it just never worked out, he said that he was a little scared. And I'm like, you don't have to be scared. I said, you don't even have to drink if you don't want to. Listen, Bootleg Phil comes up here and he drinks out of a shot glass. That's all. He doesn't drink one. He has a couple of drinks, whatever, but he drinks a shot glass. We make the drink of the day, we put it in a shot glass. That's all he drinks. Until we get to the grasshopper, then he's fine with a big glass. So Meemaw's not here. Meemaw's at work. Oh, there you go. So, yes, I'm getting pumped up now for Spoodapalooza. Now it's getting close enough where I'm getting excited. Although I was out in the garage today and I'm like, I gotta clean this fucking garage out. Ugh. So, I think if I put 2 campers on my garage over there, it would blow my house fuse. I only have a 100 amp service in my house, which should be changed, but I got a 100 amp service in my house and 100 amps over in the garage, but it comes off the house, so it's the same thing. That's what was in here when I bought the place, and I just never changed it. I could change it easy too, because the panel, there's no main breaker on the panel. There's a main breaker outside the panel, which is weird, but that's how it is. So I could probably easily change it. I haven't put it to the test yet. Listen, when the power's out here, I run my generator. It's a 30 amp generator. We're good. Can't run the stove. It's a little bit, but I don't know what it would do. Like I said, it doesn't draw 100 now. I run my whole, except for my stove, I run my whole house off my 30 amp generator. So 30 amps will run my house. If there wasn't 75 fucking refrigerators and freezers in here, it could probably do it on 10. Anyway, I just came on here to say that tomorrow I think is going to be a good live. So if y'all want to tune in tomorrow, I think it'll be good. Hello, Kenneth. Oh, there's both. Look at that, 2 Kens at the same time. Hello, Ken Zeller and Kenneth. Please. Ken, where's Kelly? I feel like Kelly's missing in action. It's my fault. If you don't go live every day, you lose people. Sorry. But tomorrow, I think, like I said, tomorrow I think is going to be a fun one. I don't know who's watching, but it's been nice except 1 year. Didn't run here very often. I need a break. Monster, I'm telling you, tomorrow. Drinking heavily. No shit. Bad day or what? I will, I think we'll at least do a YOLO. I'll explain to him what the YOLO is. I don't know how much he's in our group. I don't even know. Actually, I don't even know if he's in our group. He's got to be. He's got to be. First of all, the only way you're going to get Mimo to do a drink of the day. Drunk stupor. No shit. The only way you're ever going to get Mimo to do a drink of the day is if she's already drinking. Because she hates being on camera. She hates it. Like when she was live in the chicken run the other day, she was shit-faced. Hello, Sean Quinn. So that's the only way you're ever going to get her live. She wants to do a drink of the day, and she wants me to sit on her perch. I don't even understand that, but that's what she wants to do. But she won't do it unless she's already drinking. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to YOLO up to. All right. We'll definitely YOLO up tomorrow. I should find it. Let me see if I can find a themed drink for tomorrow too. I'm at work at 9 a.m. when Mimo starts. For real, Michelle? You do not seem. I do not believe you, Michelle. I think you're lying to me. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll get you shit-faced. If you're shit-faced, you'll be fine. I'm trying to keep Spoonapalooza outside because I don't know if it was the first year or the second year. My sister-in-law came down here. My brother and sister-in-law and their friends, and they were drinking, what the fuck's that shit they like? Fireball. And I came down here the next day, and the whole bar and the whole sink, it's not a big sink, it's like a sink from like a 30-inch cabinet. Because that's what was upstairs when I moved in. That's the sink that I put it down here. And both the sink and the entire bar was full of shot glasses. Every shot glass from behind the bar was dirty. And then here, I'll unhook this. You can see this. So I collect shot glasses. Oops. So here's all these shot glasses along this shelf. And then, I mean, there's shot glasses everywhere here, but that shelf is right above the bar. It's literally right above the bar here. All those half of those shot glasses were all dirty on the bar. I'm like, just use the same glass at least. I don't know what they were doing. So then the next year I bought a bottle of Fireball to keep on the back porch. And then she was pregnant. So they didn't drink at all. But the first year I was in here way more than I wanted to be. Just because there was a lot of people. Maybe it was the second year. I think maybe it was the second year. Because the first year was good, but the second year was, no, maybe it was the first. I don't fucking remember. Monster, what year were you here? Like, Monster was at the first one, I think. Yeah, because you won the first race. Yeah, so Monster was at the first one. Wow, you haven't been here for 3 years? Oh my God. I mean, he's been here. He stopped here one time. He was up here for a wedding or something. He stopped at the house. What was I just going to say? No. Oh, I don't remember. It couldn't have been the first. It wasn't the first year. It definitely wasn't the first year. It must have been the second year. And there was a lot of people here that I had never been here before. And everybody was like, I got to try the grasshopper. So I was in here five or six times making grasshoppers for people. Yeah, Monster was at the first one because he won the first duck race. The funny thing was he wanted duck number 21 because 21, and we don't. If we were going to pick numbers, if we were going to give somebody a duck number, Joel Smith would get 555 every year because that's his card. That's his card number. He's like, I don't know. He's like third generation race car driver, I think he's third. His daughter's driving now. 555 triple nickel. And he 1,000%, that would be his duck. If I could give anybody a duck, that would be his duck. And last year, it was close. Like, we were drawing numbers, and they bought ducks, and we drew the numbers, and it was like either right before or right after. Like, it was right. I think it was like the person before them got it, and I was so bummed because I would think it was so cool if they got it. Anyway, Monster won a 21. It was his favorite number, and we random draw him. Now, the first year, I think we had 12 dozen ducks when we started. We had 144 ducks, and the first day we sold like 80 something ducks. Sheesh. Yeah, right, Monster. And so then we were buying more ducks, and we ended up selling 288. Right? 288 the first year? Yeah. Well, that's weird. We sold 288 the first year, and the fourth year we sold 1,088. We sold 800 more ducks the fourth year than we did the first year. But like so it went from 288 to 736 to 1,075 to 1,088. So we only sold 13 more last year than the year before. I don't know what that could be. Economy, it could be. I think people just aren't on the page anymore, like, or they don't see it. Like if you don't follow it and it's not in your algorithm. Uh-oh, what was that? No. So, yeah. So I don't know. And the first year you only bought 2 ducks. What is that? I don't understand that. What you're saying, Monster. You bought 2 ducks? Oh, you only had 2 that year. Well, last year Jerry Eckhart bought. I don't know how many he bought last year. He bought 20 or he bought at least 20. He might have bought 30. But he won 2 places last year. So remember, this is the part about last year that I feel good about. Last year the duck came down the pipe and it got stuck on that stick, and I should have pulled the stick. That's stupid. I should have that was the first duck down. That duck should have won. And I didn't. I let it on the stick. In hindsight, that was a bad idea because that was BS. That duck was the first one down. That pipe thing is just there to try to corral them when they come across. I mean, if 2 came together, that's different. But when one came 30 feet in front of the other one, that's the winning duck. That's the way it's going to be this year. I'm not doing that bullshit. That was nonsense. That was dumb on my part. The good part about it was that duck got hung up, and then finally the other ducks, like the ducks lined up behind it, and then until finally they all broke loose. But the first one, so when the fifth duck came down, it hit that pile, and it went out around the whole pile, and that's the duck that won, and that was Jerry Eckhart's duck. So he won first place and 5th place. But the duck that should have won the race was the duck that finished 5th. But he still won the race, so he still got his money, and that makes me feel great. He also was a lifelong service member, 22 years, I think, service, Veteran of the Month. Perfect. That's a person that should, I love it. That's a person that should win the race. But anyway, if that happens again, I'm not fucking, no. If that happens again, and I didn't notice the stick was there, I wasn't going to put an obstacle in there. It's different. Like, that duck won the race. It should have been the winning duck. Whatever. But, I'm just glad we had 5 ducks make it to the finish line. Because the year before it was sketchy. The year before that, none of them. We waited 2.5 hours and none of them even made it halfway. It was much easier to collect them. I think we're going to dump them in that parking lot and take that curve out. Probably be easier to find them also. Because, like last year, no one helped. It was just me by myself the whole time. He did, Ken. But, like I said, he spent lots of money. Same thing as Izzy. When Izzy won 2 years ago, when one duck made it to the finish line, it was Izzy's, and everybody was like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, listen, I said, not anymore, but at the beginning, every time he came up with a new color, Izzy bought the shirt. Every one. Every shirt, every hoodie, everything. So, that's, that's the people you want to win, the people that support you all the time. I don't know what happened to Izzy now. He's lost. We haven't seen him for a while. It's Heath. What did Swiper call him? The Missingers. That was very funny. Good joke. I hope nobody gets offended by this shit. I haven't seen Heath in 2 years, as a matter of fact. He wasn't at Spoonapalooza last year, I don't think. I don't know. He's still, he comments on things and stuff. He doesn't post his food pictures like he used to. He posts them on his own page. But electrolytes, boys and girls. It's hot out there. We got Pickle Fest coming up in 2 weeks. The last night Monster stayed here, or the day of Spoonapalooza, Monster stayed here, which was awesome, except for his whole family's allergic to dogs, so they all had hives by the time they left. That was not fun for them. It was hot. It was hot and just hot it was hot that time that year. Some years is not bad. Hopefully the creek is running good this year. It's not low right now, but apparently we're in a drought. I think we've been in a drought for 6 years, to be quite honest with you, but apparently we're in a drought right now. There you go, Ken. I did actually talk to Carl. He said we could park cars over there by his. So Carl's got an Airbnb like right through the woods. Unfortunately, you got to cross the creek, so you couldn't really walk there. I mean, you could, but you have to walk through the creek. And the woods. But he said we could park there, but like unless somebody's like if somebody's staying overnight, we could shuttle them over there. But if you're not staying overnight, like we can't be shuttling people back and forth just willy-nilly whenever they want to leave or something. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I might take my truck and park it at my mom's house or something just because if we're going to have which we are, we're going to have a basket raffle, Chinese auction, tricky tray, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you want to call it. Except you destroyed Shelby's stool? I don't know what that means. I don't know about that, Ken. That creek's a little low. Well, it's not too bad right now. It looks good. Like it looks like it's flowing good, but 2 years ago when one duck made I thought that year was going to be a good year. Like last year was okay. We got 5 that made it to the finish line. That's all I care about. If we're going to pay 5 places and 5 make it to the finish line, I'm down with that. I wonder how many we'd have to get. Oh. Yeah, her crafter. By the way, her I think it's called a Cricut. That's the machine that cuts the vinyl out. She made the General's hot sauce sign for the hot sauce. That's the last thing she did on her thing. And she didn't even hardly remember how to do that when she did it, but she did do it. She's got it posted for sale right now. So, oh yeah, I threw everything down. I stuffed shit in the closet. Kate's wedding dress was in there. Kate wasn't mad. Kate didn't even know. Meemaw said I crushed her wedding dress. I'm like, she's already married. Like, it's not like she has to wear it. Why is it in our closet anyway? I don't even understand that, but it is. It's in the closet in the back room. Yeah, I just threw everything in the closet. Whoops. Well, first of all, Monster, when I invited you to stay over, that was an executive decision. I didn't ask her. I just said, "Oh, Monster's staying here." And she's like, "What?" And I don't know if that is a queen. I don't know if I think that's a queen. Maybe it's a full. I think it's a queen. I'm not sure. There's a mattress and a box spring on the floor. The reason it's not on I was going to say a bed frame, is because that was Matt's bed. And she said when Matt was a kid, he always threw shit under his bed. Like everything, like plates, bowls. Like he would take food in his room, eat it, and then put the plate in this thing under his bed instead of take. And she said she'd go up there and it'd be like all kinds of, like she didn't understand why there was no dishes left in the cabinets. And she'd go upstairs and his whole bed would be full of dishes because he didn't bring them back downstairs. So she took his bed frame away from him so he couldn't. Oh, there's another service member of the month. Hello, Elena. So he couldn't stuff stuff under the bed. So that's why there's no frame on that bed. But it's anyways, the mattress and a box spring sitting on the floor in that room, and then we have I don't know what size that air mattress is. Queen? That might be a queen too. And so I just blew it up. I put that in the trailer now, the Team Spoonman trailer, and the only person that ever slept on it was me. I mean, I didn't sleep. Well, I closed my eyes on it for a while that year when I did myself in. That was a rough one. I'm not going to lie. 2 years ago was a rough one for old Papaw. All I think about is that, I say I went too hard too fast. All I think about is that, that Greek mythology with the person that flew too close to the sun and the wings melted or something. It's a very vague memory of that to me. That's what I always think about. I went too hard too fast and I crashed and burned. That's what I don't know why. That's just strange. That's a connection that, see, my broken brain. That's how it works for me. So anyway, we will have I'll say a local celebrity. I don't know. He will not agree with that statement, my guess. Oh shit. Oh no, it's only the 15th. We're good. Oh, I gotta see if I sent out 4 packages. See, now we started going to events. We got a couple nominees, which that's when we don't do these events, or when we do the events, you get to tell people what you do. Icarus. Yeah, that sounds right. Flew too close to the sun with wings made of something. I remember the vagueness of it, but yes, that's in my head. That's what I feel like. It doesn't make any sense at all. There is no possible way to connect those two things together, except for in my head. That's what plays in my head. Flew too close to the sun. I don't know. The problem was but listen, the girls are fantastic running the garage. It's a lifesaver for me, and I know they love it. I wouldn't mind it because there's a lot of people that come here that I don't. I said Jacob, or Jared as I call him. What is on my tongue? I never met him. I still never met him. He was here last year. I walked over there and we made eye contact, and it was like he looked at me like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I looked at him like, "Hey, like you look familiar, kinda." And then what the fuck is on my tongue? And then I didn't think anything of it. And then later, or the next day or whatever, I looked in the registry book, and his name was in there. And I'm like, what the hell? And then, so then I looked at his Facebook page, and I went through his pictures, and I'm like, oh, that was him. That was him. Like, we met each other, but we didn't meet each other. So if you come to Spoonerpalooza, and I've never met you in person, please come over and say hi. Or even if I've met you in person, and maybe I don't remember, because whatever, alcohol, my brain is broken. There's only so much. There's some people that are absolutely fantastic, and I'm always said I never forget faces. I'm starting to forget faces. There's too many. I've because of doing this, I've met so many people now that it's just I cannot remember everybody. I just can't, and I feel terrible about it. Oh my God, Monster. That first year, I think me and you there was like 4 or 5 of us. I think, was Stephen Becker out there? You and I we were two of the last ones. And it was late. It was like 3 or 4. The problem is those last couple days. Somebody just messaged me today and said they were going to donate something to the raffle. Said they were here last year and they said they had a blast. And I know last year was the first time that they were here because they were new to the group. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Jenny, we talked about this and I just said there's nowhere to do it. It's too much shit going on. And then Jenny came to me last week or whatever and said, let's do it. She said, I'll do everything. She goes, I'll take off of work. I'll be here all day. And you don't have to do anything. I'm like, well, all right. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. I mean, listen, if it goes good and we have like so much, maybe we'll just do a basket raffle separate another day or on another weekend if it's too much for here. But it's nice to do it here when theoretically a lot of people are coming. And that's like I said, like show up at noon or whatever, do your thing. And I know it was late. I think it was 3 or 4 for sure. It was wild. I don't know if I could do that now. Right now, what I'm trying to do is get my back to recover. Because I woke up this morning and felt better than I had in quite a while. And I didn't eat yesterday. So that's why I told Mimo, I said, I'm going to go another day and see what this does. But tomorrow I got to eat because we got a guest tomorrow night. And, well, we're at least 2 YOLOs tomorrow for sure. I'm going to break my sober April. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I'm going to put him to work. And we got, Pickle Fest is next weekend. Yes, not this weekend. 15. I need a new calendar. Yeah, so Pickle Fest is next Saturday. Down at the Slatington Farmers Market. We'll be there from 11 to 5. We'll be back in our corner. I gotta find out who's in charge over there other times, because we might have to do some of the other events down there. That was a good, well, I mean, some events are okay, some suck. Last week was or 2 weeks, whenever that Carbon County Outdoorsman show was, that was awesome. That was a great event. That was literally the best event we had, except for Pickle Fest last year. And I can't foresee a way that Pickle Fest this year is going to be as good as last year. I can't. It's hard for me to believe that it could be as good as it was last year. Because last year was unbelievable. Maybe I'm overhyping it in my head. Actually, the things right here, I could go back and look. I know we write all the, whatever we sell, we write it down. Because, I don't know when. I said to Kelly, let's write down everything we sell so that, you know, maybe if we go to these events and we see that we're not selling this or we're selling almost all of this shirt, whatever, we don't have to bring everything. No, every time we do it, we sell one of everything. So I'm like, well, we might as well just bring it all. The outside shows are awesome, but it sucks because the outside shows, everything's in the trailer, so it's kind of a pain. What I need to do is get rid of some of the original shit. The Support the Troops shirts. Like, we don't need to get rid, but what I really want to do is get the hoodies in, like, because right now there's a small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, and then 3 and 4X I put in one tote because they're not available in all the colors, so I can get one of every color in each side of that tote. So what I really want to do is get those hoodies down to, like, manageable numbers. The problem is we got all these weird, like, pink and coral, and I don't know when we sell that stuff if, like, a female service member, I don't know if they wear girls' colors or because they're in the military they wouldn't wear. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Now that you say it. Monster, I'm telling you, I haven't seen Heath in 2 years. Yeah. I don't think he's been here since 2 Spoon and Paloozas ago. Oh boy, I don't know about that. Monster, listen. Believe it or not, they've all been better than the first one. Every year it's better. It's crazy. It's hard to believe. I mean, it's probably never better in the sense that, like, when you watch a movie, like Rocky, and then Rocky 2, 3, 4, whatever, or the Bourne series, which is one of my favorite series ever. The first one, like, when you learn who Jason Bourne is, when he learns who he is himself, Like, how could you recreate that? That's hard to do. But it does a great series. But I mean, last year was nuts. Because last year the bands played longer than the first year, and they started at 11:45. I mean, it was music for 13 straight hours last year. It was crazy. Almost too much, matter of fact. I don't know if that's good. What I like about it is listen, I don't expect anybody's going to come here and stay here for 13 straight hours, but people can come and go. So if you got a graduation party that day, or like Erica messaged me yesterday or today, Monster, and said she can't be here again because they got a wedding. And I'm like, the wedding's not going to be for 13 hours. You could still come here at some point. I didn't say that. I told her she needs to get new friends. And she said, it's not friends, it's family. And I said, well, you definitely need to get new family. So, and she said, agreed. I put a laughing face. Anyway, every year, like I said, every year it happens where there's a bunch of people here that I've never met before or didn't see before and whatever. And then Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm like, oh, you know what? This person never showed up that I talked to, that I thought was coming. So, I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we sell a ton of ducks. Oh, Monster. Listen, like I said, the year before Spoonapalooza, we did something. We did, like, it was nothing like this. It was just, there was people over, we had a campfire, and that's why I said, like, because the worst part about Spoonapalooza this year is Chris Wentz, who I love dearly. He's played every one. He's the only person that's literally played every Spoonapalooza since the first one. And he said he's going to play this year, but I don't think he can close because his guitar player has to go or something. I don't know. So they're going to have to play earlier today. So they're not going to close, which is going to be sad. And hello, Brittany. What's up, Keith? And so I was like, well, if they don't, like, I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe if the bands only play till 10 o'clock, we could actually have a campfire. But I'm sure whoever the last band is to play is just going to go, I guess. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Whatever. It's not definite either. I think he said he's going to have to leave. He's going to have to play earlier in the day. He can't play at night. He said he's still going to be here. He's like, we could just have a hostile takeover later and just grab the mics and go. I'm not opposed to that for sure. That's what it usually degenerates into anyway. Once Papa starts drinking, all proper judgment goes out the window. Hello, Jason. Since the big C streams. What the hell does that mean? Well, get your ass over here for Spoonapalooza. I gotta message Tommy too. I gotta message some people. I gotta make a note. I got a couple people that I gotta message that I don't see a lot anymore. Anyway, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we're gonna be live. A real live with a guest. Magical. Oh. Well, I've been here every day, buddy. So I haven't been doing the drink of the day every day because I gave up. I didn't give up drinking. I gave up drinking for April, except for tomorrow. I made it halfway. Today's halfway. Seems solid. It's hump day. We'll get through it all. Yeah, Jason. Spoonapalooza is 7 weeks, 6.5 weeks away. What day is today? Wednesday, right? So, listen, there's a high probability that 6 weeks from today, Kelly and Mike will be sitting at this bar, drawing ducks, and making me do and say stupid things. If all goes well. There you go, Ken. Ken, if you need more, there's cases of it in the back. Cases. And we got some tomato plants going in the greenhouse. Me and Jensen and I. So I take him up there and I'm like, let's see if we got anything sprouting. He's very excited when plants pop out of the ground. So I don't know when I'm going to put them in the ground though. I usually don't put my garden until almost Memorial Day because one year on May 19th, everything froze and died. Except for ground plants. Anything that grows under the ground, whatever they're called. Onions, garlic, red beets, radishes, carrots. All those survive frost. Everything above the ground does not. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we got a celebrity. I'll say a celebrity. He will not agree with this at all. But I'll say we have a local celebrity stopping by tomorrow. Never been here before. Well, there you go. Hey, listen. The bartender at Spoonman Saloon sucks, Jason. But the drinks are way cheaper. You'll never, ever drink anywhere cheaper. Ken will vouch for that. And if you come in October, there's a possibility of an apple roll. I know, Ken. That's why I saw. Good, because my cold tank's not cold anymore. It was 53 degrees today. I mean, it was 53 when I got home. I dumped 2 6-gallon buckets of ice in it. And I had some bottles in the freezer, so I put 16 half-gallon frozen jugs in there. So it was down to 51 when I actually cold plunged. So as soon as I think a couple nights next week is supposed to get cold. Apple roll is way better than pumpkin roll, Monster. It's not even close, really. And you never had it, so you don't even get to comment on it. If you've never had Kelly's apple roll, then you cannot even say that. Just saying. It's fantastic. I don't know what she does. I don't know what she like. I don't know what she does. She makes the apples like the apples you get at Cracker Barrel, and she puts like that in with it, and then on top also. I'm not going to argue with you. First of all, you think Pepsi's better than Coke, so your opinion is meaningless. That's dumb. That's as dumb as saying that wings don't have bones. That's how dumb that is. On a scale of 1 to dumb. So, I'm telling you, if you never tried it, you can't comment. It's fantastic. And to be quite honest with you, once it sits in the refrigerator for like 2 days, it's even better, which is wild. Usually baked stuff is super, that's like the best when it's brand new. That stuff it's like lasagna. That stuff's like lasagna. It gets way better when it's in the refrigerator cold. I think I did, actually. Also, she was supposed to make an apple roll and she didn't. So, there you go. I love pumpkin roll. Listen, if there's a pumpkin roll here, I'm eating it. That's all. But if there's a pumpkin roll here and an apple roll, I'd probably eat both of them. But I would eat the apple roll second, so that would be the taste that was still in my mouth when I was finished. The cream cheese is what makes it. Let's be honest. Without the cream cheese, a pumpkin bread's good, but pumpkin roll is 1,000 times better than pumpkin bread because of the cream cheese filling. Just put more cream cheese filling in it. It's fantastic. All right, anyway, that's all I got. I'm out. So, for everybody that bought ducks today, thank you. I was not expecting it to go that way. Hello, Annette. I was not expecting us to sell 100 ducks in one day, but here we are. Well, we didn't get 100. We were at 98. But anyway, if you want, we will. I'm not even going to say it. We might start drawing ducks tomorrow. I don't have the sheets, though. Izzy was supposed to make me sheets. He said he made them, but I haven't seen them or heard from him, so I don't know. I'm going to have to make them myself, maybe. Anyway, that's all I got for this evening. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Never apologize for being patriotic. And we'll be back here tomorrow, 7 I say 7. I told them 7. If they get here at 7, we probably won't go live till 7:15 or something. But figure on 7-ish, and then it'll be fun. I think it's going to be a fun live. We got a big announcement. Local announcement, mostly. He's a local rock star. He's a superstar. He's a local celebrity. And anyway, tune in tomorrow night to find out who it is. That's called a cliffhanger in the business, boys and girls. So that's all I got. And then we'll start drawing ducks. I can't believe we're drawing ducks already. Spoonapalooza is 7 weeks away and we're drawing ducks. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Anyhow, that's all I got. Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Never apologize for being patriotic. Peace.